Morning. This is JC the hippie. And Trump's not even in office yet, but our allies are beefing up their military to stand up against the United States. That's a first. Have you heard that? We're talking about our NATO allies, and one of them in particular, Denmark. Listen to this. I don't know how much we're going to listen, but just listen to it.
For all of the MAGAs out there who said Donald Trump's going to stop a future World War III, well, guess what? Now our allies are beefing up their military defense against us, against the United States of America. That's right. Within hours after Donald Trump threatening to conquer Greenland, which is a territory part of the Kingdom of Denmark, which is a member of NATO, Denmark beefed up the military defenses within Greenland to levels never before to protect against an invasion by the United States of America. Now, you also need to understand the historical experience of Denmark, which was invaded in 1940 by Hitler. When Hitler took a Sharpie, put it over the Jutlands in Denmark, and just declared it a part of Germany, and then pushed troops in there, Denmark joined NATO at the end of the 1940s in direct response to that. An incredible, powerful resistance movement in the 1940s developed in Denmark to push back against fascism. That's why they joined NATO. So when Donald Trump does this, countries like Denmark and others who have historical traumas of authoritarians like Hitler using Sharpies and first starting off by mocking the idea of territorial expansion, but then it becomes a real idea. They're not playing around. And Trump is playing with fire right now that we, the people, don't support. Maybe his MAGA base is out there, like this End Wokeness account and other stupid accounts on Twitter that post things like this. We have 2 years left to bring this map to life in time for our 250th birthday, showing America conquering Mexico and Canada and also Greenland, or Marjorie Taylor Greene making posts as well that Greenland and Panama and Canada belong to the United States of America. They don't. This isn't funny. This isn't trolly. And by the way, you want to see what CNN's been posting about this as well? The CNN headline is he's teasing. Trump is teasing U.S. expansion into Panama and Greenland and Canada. Oh, he's just teasing it. Really? He's teasing it? Or how about this? The president-elect has suggested a territorial extension into Panama, Greenland, and Canada. If he's serious, it would rival the Louisiana Purchase. If he's serious, then he's going to have a very big problem when NATO starts going to war against itself and the United States, we're going to become allied with Russia, or we're going to become allied with North Korea. We, the people, are not going to stand for that. What the hell kind of headline is that by CNN? You are what, just Russian TV at this point? You're state-run TV for Donald Trump. So here's the article so you can see for yourself what's going on. Denmark, again, because Greenland is a territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Denmark boosts Greenland defense after Trump repeats desire for U.S. control. The Danish government has announced a huge boost in defense spending for Greenland hours after U.S. President-elect Donald Trump repeated his desire to purchase the Arctic territory. Danish Defense Minister Troels Lund Poulsen said the package was a double-digit billion amount in kroner, or at least $1.5 billion. He described the timing of the announcement as the, quote, irony of fate. On Monday, Trump said ownership and control of the huge island was an absolute necessity for the United States. Greenland, an autonomous Danish territory, is home to a large U.S. space facility and is strategically important for the U.S., lying on its shortest route to Europe. It has major mineral reserves. Paulson said the package would allow for the purchase of 2 new inspection ships, 2 new long-range drones, and 2 extra dog sled teams. It would also include funding for increased staffing at Arctic Command in the capital Nuuk, and an upgrade for one of Greenland's 3 main civilian airports to handle F-35 supersonic fighter aircraft. Great work, Donald Trump. Now our allies are putting F-35 fighter jets to protect against the United States of America.
There you go. I'll say a couple things before I leave. Number one, if we attack or try to take over by force Greenland, then and Denmark steps in. Article 5 of NATO says the other NATO countries have to step in on Denmark's side. It also says they have to step in on our side. So who are they going to support? Well, if I had my bets, I'd bet that they're going to support Denmark and they're going to come in and defend Greenland against the United States. Another thing is that many major airlines with the cheapest fare you can get to go to Europe goes to from New York to Greenland and then from Greenland to either Orly or Heathrow. And that's the cheapest fare you can get to go across the Atlantic because it's the straightest shot. So that is a strategic commercial hub for flights from the US to Europe. And that's going to disorient all that if Trump picks a fight with Denmark and tries to take over Greenland. And what about Russia? You know, Russia could support Denmark and come in there and fight against the United States. You know, Russia would love to have Greenland and Denmark under its wing. Oh hell yes, they just like Hitler had it in World War II. It's crazy, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is just a total lunatic when she says that belongs to us. No, Greenland belongs to the peoples of Greenland, the indigenous peoples who live there. Even though it's under Denmark rule, Danish rule, it is still belongs to the people who were born on that island and were the indigenous peoples of Greenland. Just like the United States of America really belongs to the indigenous tribes that were here before we were. We're the ones who stole the land, and we should give it back to them, in my opinion. I'd be happy living with my relatives, my Cherokee relatives. It wouldn't be a problem with me. So it's just really ridiculous. This is the most ludicrous thing Trump's ever done, but he may actually start a war if he keeps up. And the thing is that Trump's just kidding. No, Trump's never kidding. What Trump says he believes in. Now, he may not always follow through, and he may try and not succeed, but if he says it, he believes he can do it. It's that simple. Don't ever think Trump's not going to try what he says he's going to try. This is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, saying, "Pox some more, Jack, and keep on trucking."